I see it weekly, lads. Some cowboy rocks up to a beautiful modern property with a massive petrol-powered pressure washer, drags the high-pressure hose out and just starts blasting away at a delicate coloured render wall like it's a bloody concrete driveway. It honestly makes my blood boil. They think because they've got 3,000 psi behind a turbo nozzle, they're doing a proper job. But what they're actually doing, well, they're essentially destroying the client's home, and they don't even have a clue they're doing it. See, treating coloured render, whether it's monocouche, K-rend, whatever, like it's a hard-wearing slab of concrete is the single quickest way to land yourself a massive insurance claim and a ruined reputation. The sheer force of that high-pressure water, it's not just cleaning, it's etching. It permanently scores the face of the render, leaving ugly permanent wand marks and stripes that you cannot fix. And it gets worse. High pressure forces water deep behind the substrate, creating water intrusion issues, damp, and eventually, boom, the render blows right off the blockwork. You're looking at thousands of pounds to patch and repair a patchy, ruined finish. Render is a finished, decorative architectural surface, not a motorway bridge. You cannot just blast and dash and hope for the best. But let's look at this from a biological angle, because this is where the real science comes in. Why does high pressure fail so spectacularly on living biofilms? Well, algae, mould, mildew, lichens, they aren't just dirt sitting on the surface. They have root systems, microscopic anchors that dig deep into the porous matrix of the render. When you use high pressure, you are literally just shearing off the top layer. You're giving the algae a bloody haircut, that's all. You leave the living root system completely intact, buried deep inside those pores, completely untouched and, quite frankly, very happy because you've just given them a massive drink of water to help them grow back twice as fast. Within a few months, that wall is green and red again, and the customer is on the phone asking for their money back. So how do we actually do this the right way, the professional way? It all starts with identification. Before you even think about mixing a drop of chemical, you need to identify the specific material you're dealing with and this is crucial, you perform a hidden test patch first. Do it somewhere out of sight, down near the damp-proof course or behind a bin store. This gives you the confidence that your mix is right and won't cause any unexpected discoloration. Once you know what you're working with, we use a gentle 1 to 6 dilution of sodium hypochlorite. That's 1 part chemical to 6 parts water. It's incredibly effective, but gentle enough to preserve the integrity of the surface. But here is the secret sauce, the surfactant. If you just spray a wet, watery chemical mix onto a dry, vertical render wall, what happens? It runs straight down into the flower beds, wastes your money, and doesn't do a bit of good on the wall. That's why we blend in a dedicated surfactant, like our Clever Wash. What this does, scientifically, is it breaks the surface tension of the water. It allows the SoftWash solution to wet, spread, and actually cling to that vertical wall. It increases the dwell time dramatically, keeping the active sodium hypochlorite in direct contact with the biofilm. It penetrates deep into those microscopic pores, killing the organic growth and the root system at the source, without needing any force at all. Now, once that chemical has done its job and the wall is looking clean, you're still not done. Rinsing is the stage where so many guys cut corners, and it really hurts their results. You must rinse thoroughly, but with extremely low pressure. We're talking garden hose pressure or a gentle rinse system. Why? Because sodium hypochlorite is essentially salt. If you leave that salt residue on the render, it acts like a magnet for dirt. It's hygroscopic, meaning it draws moisture out of the air, creating a damp environment on the wall that actually triggers rapid organic regrowth and attracts fresh grime. You have to wash that salt away completely, leaving the render totally clean, neutral, and inert. At the end of the day, professional exterior cleaning is about knowledge over brute force. It's about understanding chemistry, understanding the biology of what you're cleaning, and using the right systems to protect the property and the environment. If you want to stop guessing, stop damaging render, and elevate your business to professional standards, head over to softwashing.uk. Check out our CPD certified softwash training course. It'll give you the proper, structured knowledge you need to do these jobs safely and profitably. All right, lads, that's it from me today. Work smart, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.